Hi everyone, Michael Gibbons, the MGExperience.com, Twitter, the Chicago Fan, DA Chicago Fan. I am doing another book review. This one is The Games That Changed the Game by Ron Jaworski. Jaws, as everyone knows, is an ESPN guy, former Philadelphia Eagle quarterback, helped lead them to a Super Bowl under Dick Vermeil. NFL Films, we all know who he is. Jaws breaks down plays like no other. It's... Oh, sorry about that. I'm sure that's what everyone wanted to see, was me sneezing on the online. He breaks down plays like nobody's business. I mean, he knows everything. He breaks down the receivers and the quarterback and what they're looking at and everything. I mean, defense is offense. He can break down everything. He's a very talented guy who dedicates so much time to watching game film. And he breaks all this down in a book. It makes it very difficult to read. It's not a book that you're going to read in one day or one sitting. I almost recommend reading it. Take a chapter, read it, and then maybe come back to it the next day or a few days later. It's not a book that flows. You don't need to read it all at once. Each chapter is about a certain game. And really, that game is what it comes down to. He looks at coaches that change the game. 7 coaches who develop schemes that help change the game. So Bill Walsh in the West Coast offense, Buddy Ryan with the 4-6 defense, Bill Belichick shutting down the Rams, Eric Coryell, I mean, you name it, Dick LeBeau in the zone blitz. I know I'm missing one now, so I got to look up in the book. Who did I miss? Oh, Sid Gilman and the San Diego Chargers. It's interesting that Coryell and Gilman both revolutionized the passing game, and they both were doing it with the Chargers. So we had Sid Gilman, Bud Carlson in the cover 2 defense. We all know the cover 2 defense in Chicago. That wasn't developed by Tony Dungy. That's been around since the 70s, and really it was even around before that. But Bud Carlson's the guy who revolutionized it and made it kind of really what it is, what we see today. Eric Coryell, Bill Walsh, Buddy Ryan, Dick LeBeau, Bill Belichick. Yeah, that's everybody. I mean, it's a very detailed book, and I coach football, and I mean, I watch my kids' game film all the time, and I'm looking at what guys do and all that stuff. I found myself following along, reading and drawing the plays out so I could get a better picture of what actually was happening. And you might find yourself doing the same. I mean, because it is so detailed. It's something I would love it if he spent a half hour or an hour. I would love if there was a DVD that came along with this, with Jaworski just breaking down plays left and right. Explain this, because what he does, he breaks down one game. He finds one game that epitomized exactly what this were. So for the 46 defense and Buddy Ryan, it was when they shut out and absolutely destroyed the Cowboys. And he goes series by series and breaks down what every player did, and they're on offense. This guy lined up here, that guy lined up there, and what was the result of the play, and what defense had out, and what led up to it. I mean, it's a very interesting book. I really enjoyed reading it. But I'm not going to lie, it took a while to read it and to break it down. And I mean, because it's not long. It really isn't. It's, with the afterword and everything, it's under 300 pages. The really cool thing is at the back of the book, they have the box score for each game. So you can really see, God, what was the amount of yards that guy had? I mean, he was just lighting them up. So you can go look at the box score and see exactly what happened and what everyone did. But yeah, I absolutely recommend it. Like I said, by Ron Jaworski, The Games That Changed the Game. It's the 7 games that helped revolutionize the game. I mean, and really without Eric Coryell and Sid Gilman, would we have had Bill Walsh in the West Coast offense? Probably not. And I mean, if you didn't have the cover 2, what would defenses look like today? And the zone blitz, I mean, the zone blitz revolutionized the game, that you'd have a DN drop back in coverage and have a linebacker blitz, or you don't know where the blitz is coming from. I mean, that 46 defense, you don't see it run like Buddy Ryan ran anymore, because Bill Walsh developed the West Coast offense basically and almost made it impossible. But you still see it in spurts, and you'll see a team run it for a series or even a couple plays here and there. So all these principles are still very much alive in today's NFL game, and why everyone thinks Mike Martz did this, or what a great offensive mind, or Bill Belichick is the defensive guru. It really does show that, no, these things have been around. And, the idea of Marshall Faulk going in motion or lining up as a wide receiver instead of a running back, it was something that's been around. Was it ever used as effectively or the same way? No, probably not, but the idea was already out there. So I really recommend it. Check it out. The next book I will be reviewing is The Golden Jet, the Bobby Hull book. Thanks to the Chicago Blackhawks. I actually got this in the mail today. So I look forward to it. It's another one from Triumph Publishing. So stay tuned, and I'll probably have that done. You'll probably look for that book review on Monday, because if it's anything like the Stan Mikita book, I'm going to finish it in one sitting, and it'll probably be done pretty quick. So thanks for tuning, guys. Absolutely, I recommend the games that change the game. And if you're a football guy or girl and you need to picturize it better, make sure you got a pen and paper next to you, because my feeling is you're going to want to draw up some of these down, and some of them, they might give you play ideas if you're a coach too. So I'll talk to you guys later. MGExperience.com. Check out my weekly Bears podcast every Monday, Bulls podcast every Wednesday, Blackhawks podcast every Friday. And you can always find me on Bleacher Report, writing about the Chicago Bulls or Blackhawks, where I'm a featured columnist, and occasionally about the Bears and Cubs or whatever else comes to mind. Most recently, I just published something on Bill Carmody at Northwestern basketball. Catch you guys later. Bye.